8-4 the final. The A's win tonight. We thank Mark Ellis for joining us. Guests appearing on A's Baseball receive a gift certificate from Barron's Jewelers. Barron's Jewelers, a legacy of elegance. Let's check out the highlights from tonight's game. The A's 8-4 win. Rich Harden got the start. And started out strong, Ray, but he really struggled, but he got that ninth win. That's all that matters.
He just did back-to-back starts against the Rangers, and tonight did not have his best stuff, but yet he picked up a couple of wins, kept the A's in the game.
The A's scored 4 runs in the second inning. It all started on this double by Eric Chavez over the head of Craig Monroe, and then Scott Hatterberg. Nice job of hitting, and Bobby Kelty, and when it was all said and done, Ray, the A's had 4 runs on the board.
Just a good job of hitting and executing. Wild pitch advances a couple of runners, then Jay Payton comes through with one of 3 sacrifice flies in tonight's game that has an Oakland A's club record.
And then Mark Ellis stepped up and big blow, 2 outs, a 2-run homer, and that ended the scoring in the second inning for Ellis' 3rd home run of the year. He has been the A's hottest hitter for a while now. In the top of the 3rd, the Tigers battled back a little bit. They got on the board. Polanco with a leadoff double on that play. Bobby Kelty hurt his back, and he would leave the game. And Chris Shelton with a base hit, and it was 4-1. So the Tigers, as they did all night, kind of kept the pressure. But this play right here, Ray, one of the big plays of the game.
Brandon Inge threw the ball to second baseman. Nobody covering third. Rodriguez was there a little bit late. Tried to get Crosby at first, could not. And so Eric Chavez drives in a run with a sac fly. And this is an important play, too, because Bobby Crosby goes to second base after Nick Swisher tags and scores. Crosby gets into second base, and eventually we come around to score on Scott Hatterberg's base hit.
Indeed, it was important, and it just shows how aggressive and how well the A's are playing. They do so many things right when they have the bat in their hand. Dan Johnson, a 2-out RBI hit. And, boy, the A's are just such a good lineup through and through. They just don't make a whole lot of mistakes. But it was a night where the Tigers, well, they just wouldn't give up. They would keep battling.
High fastball to Brandon Inge over the head of Nick Swisher in right field, scoring a run.
And then Polanco with a little 2-run double flared down the right field line, and it was a 7-4 game, and the A's brought on Justin Dukeshire.
Big strikeout to Ordonez on a curveball. The Duke would go an inning and 2/3, threw a lot of pitches, but got the job done. And Jason Kendall, great play by Monroe, but sac fly, the 3rd for the night for the Athletics.
Kendall picking up his 32nd RBI of the year. And the final out with a couple of runners on. Kiko Claro gets Dimitri Young to line out to Bobby Crosby, and when it was all said and done, it wasn't a pretty one, but it was a win indeed, and those are the updated standings, and the A's now with a 1.5 lead over the Yankees in the wild card.
You know, the one thing, the A's are winning a lot of games, as the standings have shown, and we've talked about since May the 29th, but they're doing it the right way. They're executing, they're getting the job done, they're moving runners over, rolling over and getting runners to third base, less than 2 outs, and getting them in. Tonight, 3 sac flies, and keep playing that way, they'll win a lot of games.
And that is indeed the way. Great teams do it, and the A's are playing great right now. We hope you'll join us this Sunday as the A's and the Tigers complete this 3-game tilt. The A's On Deck pregame show will kick off at 12:30. Host Mike Skloot and Brody Brazil will throw 10 questions you always wanted to ask Bobby Crosby, along with features on A's general manager Billy Beane and a very successful mug root beer float day. A's On Deck, followed by the A's and the Tigers Sunday afternoon right here on Action 36. Table 6. For Ray Fosse, I'm Glenn Kuiper. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Once again, the final score, the A's 8 and the Tigers 4.